Portugal managed to book their spot into the round of 16, but it was not easy. Scenes from Lisbon, Portugal, as Portuguese everywhere were able to breathe what was a sigh of relief after they just got past Croatia in what was probably the most entertaining match of the tournament so far. Yes, you heard it here. A goal from Cristiano Ronaldo definitely helped. But of course, he had to come off in that game. And then Gonçalo Ramos off the bench with a stunner that looked to have won it for Portugal. But Croatia fought their way back. In the end, the Portuguese make it through. And could it be the last time that we have seen the legend that is Luka Modric on the pitch? Right, Ali Kreiger. I did say it was probably the most entertaining game that we have seen so far in the tournament. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think it was the best game that I've seen so far in the tournament. It was intense, there was quality, there were chances, and there was drama until the very last whistle, which was really enjoyable for us. And also Portugal showed that, they can win, and they don't need just Cristiano Ronaldo on the field. And that depth is going to have to carry them through the rest of the tournament. That's going to be really important for them to show. I know there was drama at the end, and I was sad for Croatia because I thought they were incredible and that they also deserved that opportunity to score that second goal, to tie it. So interesting game, wonderful game, the most intense game and really fun game that I've seen all tournament.
Yeah, it was the longest injury time ever, I think, that I've had to witness. And of course, we know that there was drama at the end as Croatia had their what would have been an equalizer ruled off. But Ale, I'm just thinking of Gonçalo Ramos as well, because a couple of weeks ago you said he's probably sat on this bench wondering, is he ever going to get a look in? Will Roberto Martinez make the big decision to substitute Cristiano Ronaldo if it's not working? And he came on and showed exactly why he probably deserves more of a look in.
Well, and what I would say is I would agree that the second 45 minutes were dramatic, intense, entertaining, and exciting. The first 45 minutes, not so much.
And not so much.
Right? And a game is comprised of two halves. And the first half was what Croatia wanted this game to be. 0-0, and let's take this all the way to penalties if need be. That's the way it seemed like Croatia was approaching it, and Portugal were not able to break through. And so we were headed that way up until Croatia. I can't believe I'm saying this. They made the mistake of scoring. They scored, and then it changed dramatically the feeling of the game and the urgency with which Roberto Martinez had to make decisions. In the group stage, he didn't have to make decisions. He had to make decisions because he knew the World Cup was getting away from him. And so now Bruno Fernandes is coming off the field. You kind of go, whoa, where is he going? Yeah, he's coming off the field. Wait a minute. Wait. The bravest decision of them all. Ronaldo's coming off the field. Could that happen when the game is 1-1, when the game is on the balance? Yes, it could happen. And it was the right decision. It was the correct decision. Because if you're going to have Gonçalo Ramos on the field, have him play where he feels most comfortable, which is in between the center backs. And oh my, where does he score his goal from? In between center backs. In between center backs. And so, look, Cristiano will always have the headlines because of who he is and what he has meant to the game. But I continue to say what I've said all along from the beginning of the tournament. Nobody's listening, and I'll say it again because I'm stubborn. Portugal can win this World Cup, but it won't be just because of Cristiano Ronaldo. It will be because of the strength of the group and the players around Cristiano Ronaldo, and that includes Gonçalo Ramos scoring a big goal in a big moment for him, validation moment for him, and validation moment for Roberto Martinez as well.
Yeah, we talked so much about how Portugal definitely, I would say, third favorites to win this entire World Cup heading into it, had underwhelmed, especially in the group stages, Don. Did they kind of show more of what we expected from them in this game? Or you still have concerns?
Not really, because I'm still waiting for Bruno, and I'm still waiting for Vitinha, and I'm still waiting for João Neves, the best midfield three, I think, alongside Spain in the tournament. And what do you want the chat to be about? Do you want analysis from that game, or do you want tech talk? Because I am not having that ball came off the top of a Croatian head. I've seen videos, I've seen the revolution.
There was technology, though.
Well, tech's failed us before. Tech's failed us before with Jota's ghost goal. Hawkeye's been down. Don't get me started on Formula One, which I'm a massive fan on, and that's been failing lately. So the chip in the ball, I guess we have to trust. It's not 100%. It's as close to be. In terms of what Portugal need to do, they need to dominate games. They need to play a whole lot better.
Yeah, as we said, that Croatia had what would have been a great equalizer so late into injury time that would have taken the game to extra time, ruled off. It was absolute shock for all of the Croatian fans everywhere. Ali, did this goal getting ruled off not sit well with you as well, like with Don?
Yeah, I think it was the wrong call. I think that obviously seeing, all the video angles after, like Don had mentioned, you clearly see the ball was not touched. So I'm really confused at how that was detected if it wasn't even hit by a hair of the player. And it's unfortunate because in these moments, there's small margins where they're most important in a tournament like this, and you have to be for sure. And I don't think in that moment that was a for sure call for me personally.
Well, according to the technology, it was. And this is when you sort of have blind trust.
Yeah.
Right? And if the Croatian player was as follically challenged as I am, then there would be no doubt that there was no touch on the ball. But apparently there was the slightest touch. If that's what the chip is telling you, like I understand how we feel about technology in general in the game and taking over the game. And for those of us that play without this technology, sometimes it's hard to let go.
It's not foolproof.
Well, I'm not saying it is. I'm with you. I'm in the same boat with you.
Yeah.
I'm just merely suggesting that if you're the referee and you're being told that the chip has been activated, what's he going to say? Well, I don't believe that chip. It's not his position to say that. That's what they've been directed to do, and you trust the technology, and if the technology is telling you that there was a touch, I guess there was.
I guess there was indeed. All right, well, let's talk tactics then now, because you definitely don't have the face in technology, Don.
I've not got the face for technology.
No, I meant faith in technology. But let's talk about it. Of course, as we know, Roberto Martinez making some big calls, probably none bigger than taking off Cristiano Ronaldo in this one. What did you make of the tactics?
In the end, it was the right decision. I mean, I feel sorry for Gonzalo Ramos. The guy's got 26 caps. He should have 50. And he's now made his move to AC Milan. But this is a guy that comes off the bench for PSG and comes up with big goals. When is he going to be given the chance to lead the line? Now, while Ronaldo's playing, we can sit here and we're not in camp. And you've got to be brave to say to Ronaldo, you are not going to start the next game. I'm going to start with Ramos. Because what does that do? And I'm sort of contradicting myself slightly because that should happen. But Roberto Martinez, if he does that to Ronaldo, you could lose him. We've seen when he came off the pitch for a split second and for 2 or 3 seconds, he was moaning. His facial expressions, he was not a happy man. In the end, it played out how it should, being a team player. So that's the biggest call, I think, for Roberto Martinez. You can take him off in-game. It's not the end of the world. You tried doing that from the start. That's brave.
Ali, has Gonzalo Ramos done enough for a start just on the back of the few minutes he got, but the impact he had in this game?
Yeah, I mean, he did his job. If that was his job to go in and to, score a goal, create opportunities, he did it really well, and he accomplished that. I think sometimes that is what is asked of you and what is expected of you, and you have to take that on. Do I think you should start the next game? I mean, I think that they have been successful in the way that this past game proved it, the way that they've been starting. And I think Ronaldo scored the penalty kick. That was a huge moment. So I don't know if he deserves a start, but big players make big moments and create those moments in big games. And I think he came in and did his job really well.
Gonzalo Ramos could have scored a hat-trick yesterday off the bench, and he wasn't starting the next match for Portugal. It's just not happening. It's just not. Once you made the decision that Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be on this team, he's going to play.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why it becomes a really brave decision to take him off the field. But you have to do what's best for the team. The team. And what was best for Portugal yesterday was for Gonzalo Ramos to play through the middle. I will contend that I think it would be best for Portugal to play Gonzalo Ramos down the middle, period. But that's not going to happen. And we can fight it all we want, but Roberto Martinez is not making that decision.